When I woke up this morning, you could not have told me that I would be sitting 5 rows behind P. Diddy, Puffy Combs, while he was getting his sentencing. But I want to talk about my interactions with the Combs children, what everybody was wearing, and the actual emotion that was shown in the courtroom. And I got me a little Naja news cup because it looks like y'all are here to stay and this is going to be a thing. Let me just tell y'all, by now you know the verdict, you know the outcome, but I was sitting in the courtroom, literally feet away from him. I want to tell you exactly how the day went, what everybody had on, and the general attitude of everybody involved. So around 9 a.m., the music producer, Dallas Austin, he has a baby with Chili. He and 2 other colleagues were dropped off right in front of the doors of the courthouse. Oh, and also I got to talk to the Punisher. That's his name. Here's a quick clip from my chat with him. So introduce yourself and tell why you're here. We all know, but.
Hey, my name is Sheree Hayes, more known as the Punisher. I was a witness that testified in the trial, and I'm just down here. This thing's been such like a huge chapter in my life, and with it,
Do you have any expectations on what you're thinking might happen today? Okay. So y'all had to cut the Punisher off because Miss Janice. I saw Miss Janice. I was like, "Oops, sorry, gotta go."
Hey, Mom. Hey, Mama Cole.
All right, Mama.
Hi, baby. How are you?
So when Diddy walked in the courtroom, he had noticeably gained like a little bit of weight. His face was fuller and his tummy was rounder. He had a camel colored, and I'm assuming it's cashmere because he's still rich, a sweater, just like sweater. This is my husband's sweater, actually. So he had a cashmere sweater on, just like this one, with a white dress shirt underneath. They were going to try to make him wear his prison garb, but they appealed to let him wear regular dress clothes. So he was able to wear this. I could see him. I'm here. Dang. Like, literally 4 or 5 rows. Like, he was right there in front of me. There was a bench that was separating the legal team. And by the way, was there like 6 or 7? There was a lot of lawyers that he had. I'm going to talk about some of these lawyers, y'all. One of his lawyers started crying. Just hold on. Let me get to it. So they had a row reserved for all 6 of his older children. He does have that 2-year-old little baby girl. She was not present, but her mother was there. All 6 of the older kids sat together in unison on the row. Their grandmother was on the row, other family members. There was another row in front of them, and then I was on that next row. So it was, we were just all right there huddled up together. Courtrooms are very tight. There's not a lot of room. So let me tell you some personal observations that I've had, because I know the other services are going to give you the headlines and the titles, but these are some personal observations. So I met the twin girls. All 3 of the girls were there together. They were very huddled and tight-knit, and I love their relationship, especially considering one of them was conceived while Diddy was in a relationship with the other's mother. Like, that don't even matter. They figured that out as a family. So the twin girls, they're 18 years old now. I had to go Google that. They were very gracious and tall and thin. They had very long bundles down to the tailbone. These girls look like swans, graceful swans. They just walk in, and we had to recess together for about 10 minutes. So everybody ended up in the bathroom line together, because when you're at court, it doesn't matter if you're a celebrity or a pauper. You got to go to the bathroom. They don't have like a special door. There's no special seating. Even the public was allowed. I'm public, not that I'm saying I'm not special. There was 3 overflow rooms though, but I was in the actual courtroom. Let me have another drink of my Naja News juice. So the twins, like I said, so they had on these sleek white suits, definitely tailored with black accents. I mean, tailored like shoulder pads, straight lines, middle part. Nobody had a lace front. I ain't see no lace front. I saw pressed leave out. I'm going to talk about hair with the wealthy too here in a second. For those of you that care about that type of thing, I do. So I want to talk about that. Chance was also there, their other sister, but I didn't get a chance to speak to her. She was with her sisters, and this is probably one of the worst days of these kids' lives. And people were respectful. People left them alone. They got to navigate pretty freely. So the sons, the 3 boys, the sons arrived after their sisters. They all brought their girlfriends, and the girlfriends looked like what you would imagine the sons of Black billionaires to be dating. These girls were like Instagram chic. And I don't think I have to really go into detail of what that means. But the boys did all arrive kind of late. The kids actually all arrived later. We were all seated, but I didn't think they would deny them entry. I don't know if it was a security issue why they had to clear to get them in, but they all came. The boys came later. They came and they brought love interest there. Let's talk about the hair. We got to talk about the hair that I saw from Mama Combs, from the other women in that side of the family. And I'm assuming everybody has a little bit of coin. One thing I noticed is that there's a particular wealthy black girl blonde color. Some of them had blonde streaks. Some of them were fully blonde. Some of them were like that pure number 27. Some of them were an ash. I wear an ash blonde whenever I do wear a blonde. But these mixtures of blonde were different. There's like, you're not going to see, in my opinion, you're not going to see like a bright number 27 somewhere in a boardroom unless that person owns the company or they're at the top of their game. So these people don't really care about fitting in to corporate norms because they got money. They don't have to fit in. No lace fronts, no glue, no baby hair. Like I have on a lace today. It was just me in there with a lace. I was like, oh girl, should I have had leave out? So there's that. Let's talk about the 11-minute, what do you call this video? So there was an 11-minute video, and I'm going to get to some facts of the case for those of you legal eagles out there that want to know like what the judge said. I have notes on all of that, but just let me get past this, let me talk about the emotional 11-minute video.